By the end of the 20th century, America was the world's only remaining superpower. This left leaders of second-tier nations, especially China, searching for new strategies and methods to conduct unconventional warfare.
Ever since Nixon went to China, the Chinese had said, the next century is our century. We're going to be on top of the world again. And they've been on top of the world multiple times throughout history. And they said, we're going to reemerge on top. And then they saw America standing in the way.
The Chinese are thinking almost every minute of every day about how to defeat the United States. And we think of China as a partner. 1999 was in the midst of China's last downturn. It was actually quite serious. Beijing's National Bureau of Statistics issued figures that showed an economy that it was expanding, but it really wasn't. And for us, who lived in Shanghai at the time, it was clear that China was going through a recession.
And in that context, the Chinese asked two colonels to write a book, which has been published under the title in English, Unrestricted Warfare.
The goal of the colonels who wrote Unrestricted Warfare was to essentially defeat the United States. And in 1999, the Chinese military was in no condition to do that. It just did not have the capability.
Everyone has learned in the global theorem that standing toe-to-toe with the United States against their technology and the war machine that we're capable of setting loose with the military-industrial complex is a zero-sum game.
It was a long war strategy. It's a recognition that going toe-to-toe with the United States, especially after the demonstration of what we were capable of doing in the '91 war, was not feasible for a country like China. And then we went through an economic boom where we developed our economy and were even stronger than we were going into that next century. I think they reassessed if they were to threaten us or were to get on a parallel plane with us, how would they do that? And they know force-on-force conventional warfare was not an option. So what's the next step?
What the Chinese colonels were talking about is asymmetric warfare in ways that a much weaker opponent can defeat a stronger adversary.
It's looking at lawfare, using international law as a weapon to constrain an enemy or a foe or an adversary. It's economic warfare and utilizing spending and debt, currency to try to manipulate things. It's cyber warfare, using technology to overwhelm networks. And then conventional terrorism is obviously something that wasn't used by the Chinese per se, but by Islamists who also understood our military superiority and wanted to hit us where they thought we might be weak.